I almost didn't upload this video because I was afraid people would judge me. And this is weird because I probably started this recording 17 times already, but now I think to myself, that's it. Uh, One time the neighbors were yelling outside, then there was some construction going on, but this time I won't pause it no matter what. And yeah, so also I looked awkward in some attempts, and in some attempts I spoke too highly, like high pitched, and in some attempts I looked sleepy, but it doesn't matter because that's the reason this channel exists. So for a long time I wanted to create something like this, a video channel in which I will talk about life, philosophy, mistakes and lessons, and what makes us human, and how we navigate life, and the weird experience of being human, let's say. For a long time I wanted to do this channel, as I said, but I always thought like, okay, what will people think of me? Will they judge me? How I look? Will I look awkward? Will they approve? What if nobody cares? I had these thoughts going on for quite some time. Basically, I wanted to start this channel, let's say, 5 years ago. And now I'm finally doing it. And it cost me a lot of time. And when I think back, I could have done it 5 years ago. And where would I be now? But better late than never, right? And one of the main reasons or triggers why I finally decided to do it, I have read the book The Courage to Be Disliked. I have it here. It's by the authors Ichiro Kishimi and Fumitake Koga. It's talking about how to achieve real happiness in your life by not letting others dictate how you live your life. Yeah, I think it was the most pronounced fear in me that, as I said, how I will be judged, how I will be perceived. But in the end, it doesn't really matter. So I'm not doing it for the approval of others, but for my own happiness. And this is also the topic of the book, How to Achieve Real Happiness. Now I'm on my way there. And some days ago, even though I read the book, I stumbled upon a post on social media where someone said, "You will never make it as a content creator because I'm not cut of the real material." I mean, it was directed to the general public, but in my nature, I like challenges, so I wanted to prove him wrong, and here I am. So I will use some bullet points here because I'm pretty new. It should improve over the time. Let's see. Yeah, it basically says we cannot live our lives by trying to satisfy others. And it's true, we have to satisfy ourselves, fulfill our dreams, and go our way, not focusing on what others have to say, on their opinions. Of course, there are important opinions of other people which you should take into consideration, but they have to come from a place of knowledge, of wanting to help you in your growth and not doubt people trying to convince you that you're not made for this, and so on and so on, because over time it can deteriorate your self-worth and your overall motivation to get started. And look at this, I might be looking stupid right now, but I'm just doing it. So yeah, if you think about other people, what I said before, like, will people approve of this? Will I be looking stupid? Will they judge me? And moral of the story is people will judge you no matter what you do. For example, you speak too much, you could come across as arrogant. You speak nothing, you can come across as having no opinions. You try, people say you're overly motivated or unfair. You don't try, people will say you're lazy. And if you play this game, basically, you cannot win. So, yeah, and the internet has already everything, ranging from motivation, philosophy, productivity, and people who are waking up in the middle of the night to get their day started by drinking lemon water or whatever. And yeah, the world doesn't need another channel like this, but I think it's not necessary to create something perfect, even though I want to cover these topics more or less on my channel. It's not necessary to create a perfect result from the beginning. It is necessary to start and to build something honest. And this channel will also be, in the grand scheme of things, about a philosophy that applies to actual life, mistakes we all make, lessons from books like this one, thoughts about work, ambition, and relationships, and figuring out how to live a meaningful life. Not in a guru way, because honestly, I'm still figuring things out by myself. And I think this is basically the most interesting part when you're on your journey. So, if you're watching this, probably you wanted to start something by yourself, a project, a channel maybe, a business, writing, music, anything really. So, and you didn't start yet. Maybe you had the same thoughts going through your mind. How will other people perceive this? What will they think of me? Will I be successful? Will I not be successful? But in the end, I would say it does not matter. If you become successful or not, I think it's nice to have. But the most important thing is to be fulfilling your own wishes, to live life according to your own rules. In the end, if you're not getting successful, at least you're doing something which fulfills you personally. We view it as a hobby, like I'm doing it now. Of course, success would be nice, but I like videography. I like watching YouTube. So in these times, I thought, good, then you should just start it yourself and help someone like you maybe on their way to do the same. And yeah, you can either think about it, when will you start, and maybe lose 5 years in the process, or you do it now, even if it's not perfect, but you will get there. So in the future, I will talk on this channel about why people feel stuck in life, why chasing happiness actually makes us miserable in the long run, why failure is necessary for development and growth, why the most online advice is actually pretty useless, and how philosophy and plethora of things can help us in everyday life. And if you're someone who enjoys thinking about life, questioning things, and trying to build something meaningful, then you came to the right place. If not, at least I finally recorded this video after so much struggle, and I think that's already a win. I'm happy to be here, and let's see where this journey leads us. For now, I don't know how often I will post. One idea is to post every Sunday. So this video will be released on Sunday. And until then, I will come up with new topics, general ideas, and let's see what we can do. If you like this video, if you're a small creator, follow, like, subscribe, comment. You're welcome to comment, to give me some feedback, and I will make sure to reply to every single comment. And yeah, let's grow together, and let's make our journey something that will fulfill our lives. Till next time.